We are on the internet things. Tyson Fury got robbed. I've noticed anything I say, even if it's perceived, is something positive online right now about Deontay Wilder. Almost unparalleled from any fight I've seen in a very long time. It's crazy. It is. It's out there. But we should be live. Looks like, well, my streaming color is flicking like in and out from red to yellow to green. So hopefully we continue to have a good connection. But yeah, I've never seen people so upset over a fight. Well, not for a very long time. Like I said, let's go to the leaderboard, though, real quick. Hopefully you guys can see me. Hopefully the stream is going through. It says streaming here. Anybody out there? It says 5 watching now. All right, let's bring up leaderboard. If there was any mistakes on the leaderboard, then I guarantee some people would be saying something. So for just a second, let's bring up the display capture. Aha, finally down. Look like a bomb. It's cold in here, man. All right. Look who got a haircut. Yep. Yeah, I went in finally, got my haircut today. It's freaking cold. Usually I'm not wearing like a hoodie and stuff, but I'm too cheap to turn the damn heat on. And I don't want to admit to young David that it's cold. I kept on telling him it was cold and I needed to turn the heat up. He's not here right now. I'm not ever going to admit to him that I was cold. I've had too many. I can't type. Well, hopefully you can answer a few questions tonight. But let's look on it. Everybody is very much in this. At this point, Jason Azevedo, as you can see, won week 1. Trotty Dog won week 2. JT week 3. DG week 4. Mr. B week 5. So a different person has won every single week. So nobody has a commanding lead as far as weeks 1. Now for the tiebreaker and for the T-shirt, of course, that'll be the overall point standing. There we got DG. He scored a lot of points on like mostly one game. Over 11,000 points, 11,200. JT 6,900. Pulse Reloaded 4,000. Geeky Spartan 3,000. Trotty Dog 2,500. To top out the last 5. And then you can see we go all the way down. We go down to number 10. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a 5-way tie for 10 are covered. Even John Murphy and Bruce Wayne tied at 200 points apiece. That way nobody can say that, you know, I didn't keep track of their points in case they kept on coming back. What points do I got? You had... Is that the one? You have 700. What's up, 700 Gabriel? I was hoping you'd come in. Hey, happy Christmas. Happy early Christmas, AT Wrestling. So, I finally don't look like a bum. Well, that was my life mission up to this point. So, 1 down, a few to go. I don't look like a bum. I know the beard was getting a little crazy there. And then I had an appointment with my hairdresser, and when she was out 1 week, and I didn't want anybody to screw my hair up again because some some lady at this one place a couple times I went before that. And bust off. You look less tough now. I'm just growing it back. It's still there. It was starting to get some of those hairs, you know, turning the wrong direction and stuff. So just get, you know, clean it up a little bit, regrow it. It's not completely gone. All right. The early bird gets the worm. So 8 minutes in, I'm going to go ahead and start asking some questions here. And if people are late, then they won't be late next time if they want to get some points. All right, here we go. Question number 1. 12 rounds of MMA questions tonight. It's fine. 12 rounds is a boxing match, of course, but they're going to be MMA questions. They're all MMA questions based off of their fighters or occasions based on people that are fighting in the last 3 events of the year for the UFC, which will be UFC 231, 232, and Fight Night Iaquinta versus Lee. Jason, the early birds get the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Had to cut off with the crabs. Oh, God. Early. You were here early, Jason. There were some people that were in here like way earlier. DJ Mexicano was in way early, like 4:30. I'm not sure what time he thought I was streaming, but you in here now, Mexicano? I don't know. All right. I'm going to go ahead and ask the first question. Like I said, everybody will be from UFC 231, 232, or the last Fox Sports 1 fight night of the year. Question number 1. This man faced John Jones in his comeback from his last suspension, going the distance with Bones. What's up, Geeky Spartan? What's up, Dean? How you doing, Dean? What's up, winners? Geeky Spartan, by the way, I was just going through points. You have 3,000 total points. No one has won more than 1 week. And Jason Azevedo, OSP, that is correct, sir. You are first on the board. Jason's already got 1 week, 1 win underneath his belt. So another week here would put him in sole place of first lead as far as that's concerned. So a little bit of applause there for Jason's effort so far. And applause so far. Oh, I hope JT 360 MMA will win. What's up, AT Wrestling? Well, he's got to make it in. He had a great week. Almost ran the board a few weeks ago, but I was looking through all the different weeks. That's the only week he's gotten any questions right. So it is what it is. St. Preux, yeah. Few of you guys were on there. St. Preux, that I would have gave you that one, was close enough, but Jason had already gotten it for 800 points. Just a quick break, quick note. Jason Azevedo, we did a podcast together over on my Mike Reviews It All, and he taught me all about tech. And for once, I was the uncomfortable one on the mic, and he was very comfortable in a subject he knows a lot more about than I do. But it was a lot of fun. If you're not subscribed to Mike Reviews It All, or just go over and check it out on the channel Mike Reviews It All. The thumbnail I put in there just was PC versus console gaming based on a keyword study I did. But we talk about a lot more than that. All right, let's go into question number 2. This fighter reigning from Iceland now trains with SBG Ireland. Remember, these are all fighters fighting on UFC 131, 132, or the last fight night of the year. Can't listen to myself talk, so I didn't listen to it at all. You had a great voice for it. You did very good, Dean. Or, I mean, it's you, Jason. Good job, Dean. I don't know what 700 said, but I'm sure Gunnar Nelson. Oh, Weiser's was just before you, Norris. Just before. I'm glad Norris is in there. Norris has got some points on the board, too. All right, that one goes to Weiser, though, for 1,000 points. Sorry, I think I might have forgot to call out how many points that one was worth. Yep, a lot of people got it. Weiser's was first. All right, so 1,000 points for Weiser's, 800 points for Jason Azevedo. Number 3 is also worth 1,000 points. Let's go to number 3, and then we'll have some time. If you guys want to stick around, we can talk about all the crazy stuff going on in MMA right now. It's been an insane week. And boxing. Number 3. This participant of Ultimate Fighter 22 will be BJ Penn's first opponent on the comeback trail. This participant of Ultimate Fighter 22 will be BJ Penn's first opponent on the comeback trail. This is for 1,000 points. It is a BJJ guy, yes. Which makes me happy that I'm not happy BJ Penn's coming back. But I am happy he's not coming back against a devastating striker. Because I think that guy should be done. Geeky Spartan, you got it right there, sir. Ryan Hall is the answer for 1,000 points. You are tied with Weiser for 1,000 apiece. Jason Azevedo on the board with 800. Great job, sir. YouTube cop, laugh out loud. YouTube cop. Is that a video I should be watching? Watch this. All right, right into the. Did anybody, as I stopped for just a second, did anybody that didn't get to see it, did anybody get a chance to go back now and watch the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder fight? I am curious what you guys thought of that. And I was very surprised when I came out with the video today of Deontay Wilder saying that he'd had a broken arm and had surgery 12 weeks before the fight. That it was almost 100% negative response, or it was maybe 100% negative response. And I believe pretty much everybody said that he was lying. I found that very interesting. Yep, I watched it, thought Fury won easily. Fury won. I did have Fury winning. Like I said, I didn't have him winning, by as much as some people did, but I thought that he should have won the fight. I had him winning by a point. There were some of the rounds that Deontay Wilder won that I had for Deontay Wilder were probably closer than some of the ones I had Tyson Fury winning. So I could see how he could have picked up a few more points. I have no idea how in the world Tyson Fury wins that, or loses that, excuse me. The one judge that had Deontay Wilder winning by 4 points. I have no idea what fight that guy was watching. I've watched it. I think Tyson Fury won. The one judge that scored it 115 to 111. Wilder was smoking something. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That's crazy, man. One judge ruined it for Fury. Yeah, that was an abomination. I could see how you could have it close. How you could have Deontay Wilder not only winning by that much was absolutely ridiculous. Now, there were enough close rounds that I gave Wilder that I could easily had a bigger gap and had it 115, 111 for Fury. Canelo Triple G one was a worse draw. Yeah, that was a much, much worse draw. I thought this was a much closer fight. Oh, shit, Mike with the new cut. What's up, Seven? I was hoping you would show up. I was just putting up the points on the screen here a minute ago. You've got some points on there. I know you're in a different time zone. You have 800 points, though. You are just above 700 Gabriel. In 12th place, but the points don't matter so much as the week wins right now, because no one has won more than 1 week. So whoever wins this is going to be in, assuming it's a new winner, they would be in a 6-way tie for first. So that's pretty crazy that it's been that competitive, because quite a few of you have been here. For most of the weeks, or through a lot of it. The answer is Kevin Randeman. It's the best YouTube channel ever. I have so much fun playing this game with all of you. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Just saw that email. Sorry I didn't get to you earlier, man. Hey, no problem. Everything worked out good. Mikey Sharp and 10 years younger. 40-ish. Oh, God, comedic. Oh, now I look 40-ish, huh? All right. That's minus 1,000 points for comedic genius. Now, you were good up till looking sharp. All right, let's go into question number 4. This younger brother of a former champion made people stand up and take notice earlier this year when he won a split decision over top contender Joseph Benavidez. This is for 1,000 points. For those of you that just came in, all these questions, Sergio Pettis, Wisers. Very good, sir. Very good. That was almost kind of a speed one. I figured, yeah, 3 people got it. But Wisers was just slightly quicker. Jason was like right behind him. How did he know before the question was finished? Probably as soon as he heard younger brother champion. I'm guessing he just guessed. That's what I would have done. I'm the police, remember? Oh, jeez. All right, Wisers moves into sole possession of the lead with 2,000 points. Geeky Spartan in second with 1,000 points. Jason in third with 800 points. He's outside your window. Well, one of these days, I'm going to look outside my window. That's why I don't tell people exactly where I live, because I hear about these YouTubers that people really do. They go and they find out where they live, and they just show up on their doorstep unannounced. Now, I would go out and have a beer or go out to lunch with just pretty much any of you guys, but that would freak me out if somebody I didn't know Especially, you know, I know you guys, but some of these guys that have like millions of people, they have no idea who these people are. Random person just shows up knocking on their door. In juvie, he was known as the murderer of tube socks. Oh, God. Some people get swatted. Yeah, for sure. All right. Pettis, little late, Gabriel, but I've seen, you might want to update your browser speed. I have seen YouTubers get swatted because someone reported terrorist activities coming from them. Oh, that kind of swatted. Yeah, I don't need no Jason Miller crap happening at my house. I do have a friend who, he is a YouTuber, but he does a lot more on Twitch. And he was doing some stuff. He was saying some stuff about some rappers and some gang stuff. And I guess he got a telephone call on his number, a threatening telephone call telling him that if he didn't stop speaking about what he was speaking about, they were going to take care of him. So that would definitely be unnerving, for sure. All right, let's move on to the next question. Number 5. Despite losing 4 of his last 5, this former top contending welterweight is still in the UFC, most likely based on strength of opponents. This is a UFC welterweight that's lost 4 of his last 5. He's on one of the last 3 cards of the year. Ronda Rousey, Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman's not fighting on any of the cards the rest of the year. It is not Donald Cerrone, not Rafael Dos Anjos. Rafael Dos Anjos has dropped a couple here, though, now, has he? It surprisingly enough is not Bruce Buffer. I think my internet is running 5 minutes slower than the stream cut. Oh, crap, that sucks. Yeah, make sure you refresh, hit F5 or something, 700 Gabriel. Chuck Liddell. No, it is not Chuck Liddell. So it's somebody fighting Carlos Condit, Cuck Norris. That is it, sir. You are on the board. And great job. And that puts you in sole possession of second place. Because that was worth 1,200 points. Right before Jason again. Jason either gets it or he's right after the other or somebody else that gets it. Just about every question. It's amazing. Like I said, he may not want you to now. I don't know. He said he didn't want to listen to his own voice, but he did a very good job. He's got a podcast on my Mike Reviews It All channel where we talk about everything tech. I ask him a lot of questions because I'm kind of technically stupid, and he does a very good job of answering them. So check it out over on Mike Reviews It All. The thumbnail over there, it's the last video I posted over there. The thumbnail says PC versus gaming console versus console gamers. Excuse me. I said the right answer as soon as you said the question, and I'm like 5 minutes behind you guys. Oh, damn. What are you watching on? Are you watching on a phone, PC, tablet? Because you should be able to update on your phone by closing and reopening the browser. On your desktop or a laptop, you should just be able to hit F5. His first rule of Chuck Norris is you don't talk about Chuck Norris. Why is Jason's name the only one highlighted in blue in this chat room? I'm a babysitter. He's not the only one. Dean is in here too. He's one of my moderators. So what's up, Yob Johnson? I think he's watching on payphone. I'm pretty sure there's no payphones left. Oh, I got you. Where's the suit, Mike? What's up, Mario Yamasaki? Come on, man. The suit was a special occasion. If I wear it every week, it's gonna, it won't be a special occasion anymore. And I expected that was like my third or fourth biggest stream for views ever. I expected it to be the biggest ever by far because the boxing pay-per-views get more people. I just didn't start early enough. So now I know, there's people that have these timers going off for 12 hours and stuff. Now I know. But, all right, Mario, you got some points on the board, too, sir. I had just brought the points up. Let me look at it. You are in 7th with 1,800 points. So glad you're here now. So we can get into the next question. But the early bird gets the worm. So everybody that was here early, we're already on question number 6. All right, here we go. This part-time UFC fighter and former title challenger said on the Ariel Helwani show that he would weigh in the morning for his fights, regardless of what Dana White said. So he was on the Ariel Helwani show. I posted part of this on a video. When Dana White came and said that fighters were going to start fighting in the evening, he went on the Ariel Helwani show and said, I'm fighting in the morning. I'm going to try to get other people to fight in the morning. I don't care what Dana says. He's a former title challenger, so he's had at least one shot at the title. You went from a nice suit to looking like Bill Belichick. It is not Rumble. Ragin' Alaquinta Wisers. Wisers is bringing the fire today. I swear it's somebody different every week. That makes this very fun though, because it could go down. It could go down to the last week. We could have like a 6-way tie or something for the trophy. So I like that. Wisers now has 3,200 points. So sole place of first by a little bit, but definitely nobody's out of it. Jake's a 10, but Wisers is the MMA Trivia God. Today he is. I said TJ Dillashaw, Dominic Cruz, Brock Lesnar. All right. Let's get right into number 7. Just as people are coming in, I'll mention again, all these questions are from fighters and situations of fighters that are fighting on the last 3 cards of the year. UFC 231, 232, and the last Fox fight night of the year. This one's probably a little harder. This one's 1,500 points. Despite being very competitive in both affairs, this man's 2 losses come to Lyoto Machida and Thiago Santos. One by a split decision. The other fight included a nasty elbow and dire exhaustion. Chuck Norris ordered a Big Mac at Burger King and got one. That's a good one, Jason. Mario Yamasaki, that was quick, sir. It is Anders, Eric Anders. Mario Yamasaki on the board with 1,500 points. I thought that one was going to be a little harder, but Mario didn't think so. First question he's in, and look, he's already in 2nd place. Oh, and Wisers was you were just seconds behind him. Wisers. Or actually, Scott. What's up, Scott? Scott's back. You got some points on the board, too. But Mario Yamasaki just barely beat you guys on that one. But 3 of you had it. So you guys did better on that one than I thought you would. Pulse, you said Thiago Silva. It was Thiago Santos. Did I say Thiago Silva? Thiago Silva? I meant Thiago Santos. I apologize if I screwed that up. He's one of my favorite up-and-comers. I apologize, Pulse. What's up, Pulse? Glad you're in here. Look between us. Oh, God. Junior Bacon dos Santos. Yep. All right, 1,500 points for the unemployed Mario Yamasaki and jumps into second place. Dean Hamper said Santos, I think. Oh, he's saying I said the wrong first name, though. They're both Santos. There's Thiago Santos, and there's another... what Santos was it you said I said? Oh, you said Thiago... Oh, Thiago, I thought I said Thiago Santos. Okay, sorry. What's up? All right. Let's get into the next question. Number 8. This is going much quicker this time, and then we can talk some MMA news. Anybody that wants to stick around and do like an MMA Live at 5, there's a lot to talk about. Number 8, this top women's 135-pounder was expected to be Ronda Rousey's toughest opponent ever, going into the fight undefeated. She would be tapping to an armbar 14 seconds into the fight. It is not Sexyama. Kat Zingano, comedic genius. Great job, comedic genius. I thought you were just coming in here to make jokes and make fun of me every week, but comedic genius of 1,500 points and tied for second place with unemployed Mario Yamasaki. Holly Tate says, "Yup, Johnson. Nope, good job. All right, good job." Comedic genius. Kat coming back. I got to see Kat fight over there in Boise too. So that was pretty cool. All right, number 9. This primetime Ultimate Fighter finalist is the last fighter to defeat Bellator champion Gegard Mousasi. This primetime Ultimate Fighter finalist is the last fighter to defeat Bellator champion Gegard Mousasi. Pulse resurrected. That is correct, sir. For 1,500 points. Hall Uriah. Oh, Scott was right after you. And then 7. Comedic genius. Damn, guys, slow down. Sausage pizza. What's up, Jake Reinhardt? I'm trying to drink a beer and type at the same time. Well, when I say I'm going to do the question, set your beer down for just a second. Don't be trying to type one-handed. And he got that first question right off the bat. I know you just got off of work. You got that first beer tastes so good. All right, number 10. Then number 10 is for 1,500 points. And then the last two questions, 11 and 12, are 2,000 apiece. And then I have another question, should there be a points tie, which looks like is definitely possible this week. Nobody has such a commanding lead that they can't be caught right now. I was holding my peace. All right. This former UFC champion fought on the main event in the first ever card under the Affliction promotion. This was years back, for you guys that remember Affliction. He bounced around to several organizations before ending up back in the UFC. It was not Tank. So remember, this is Arlovsky, Poles Resurrected. You are correct. It was Andrei Arlovsky. What's up, John Lo Cesario? You were just a few seconds behind there. But Pulse Resurrected got it. And I believe we may have a new leader. I'm going to have to add up the points here. Question number 1, Jason got the first one for 800. Then after that, Weiser got the second one for 1,000. Geeky Spartan with 1,000. Weiser's got question number 4 to go to 2,000. Then Cuck Norris got number 5 for 1,200. Weiser's got number 6 to go to 3,200. Mara Yamasaki got number 7 for 1,500. Comedic Genius, number 8 for 1,500. Pulse Resurrected, number 9 and number 10, 1,500 apiece. So you got 3,000. I thought you had, okay, that was the second one you got. I think you were very close on another one. So 200 points between first and second. But anybody who answers, if someone answers these last two, even if they don't have any points right now, they could pull it out and win. Bob Sapp says, I never would have gotten that. I said, Glass Chin Olowski. Yep, Brian Stan. Yeah, he was a Glass Chin. But he had some classic matchups back in the day. You remember who he fought in the first Affliction? They put out a ton of money. That's why they only had a couple events. That's one of the reasons it's so hard to start up a new promotion. I mean, they just plunked down a ton of money. I talked to, yes, Geeky Spartan, it was Fedor, the Last Emperor. And Comedic Genius knew it. Nice. Yeah, that was quite a few years back. But yeah, they put so much money into those first ones. But the first Affliction got more pay-per-view, twice as many pay-per-view buys as Oscar De La Hoya's promotion, Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz, got this weekend. And their second one got even more than that. They were actually doing decent as far as the pay-per-view buys. I was looking at an article that earlier today. They just ran out of money. Trump was behind Affliction, which is why it failed. I think he was a financer. I'm not sure how much he had to do with it. He likes to put his name on things. We'll leave it at that. Number 11, like I said, last two are for 2,000 points each. And this 145-pound top contender fought at UFC Boise in July after serving a 2-year suspension for supposedly skin cream. That's what he gives as his reason for failing the test. 145-pound contender fought at UFC Boise in July after serving a 2-year suspension for what he said was for skin. 7, Chad Mendez. That is correct, sir. For 2,000 points. Oh, wait, why is it? Wait, no. I'm unemployed Yamasaki. There was way more of you that got that very quickly than I thought would. I had to go back. Almost like 3 or 4 of you got it at almost the exact same time. Unemployed Mario Yamasaki. 2,000 points, 3,500. And with that, unemployed Mario Yamasaki moves into sole position of first place. This really is going to come down to the last question. So this will be the first week that we've had that comes down to the last question. Damn, a ton of you had that one. Chad Mendez. 700 Gabriel says, I got it first. Did you get it first? Or no, it's going to be, it's definitely Weiser's. I'm sorry, Mario Yamasaki. Because it was right after you guys were talking about Affliction and Trump. Yep, Mario first. Dang, I missed the game. What's up, DG? You were just a little late, man. Mario, first time on with the GOAT. Hit the X on live chat, then come back in. We'll show who's first live. Oh. What's up, DG? We were just going through points. We're going through who won earlier from week to week. We've had 5 weeks of this, and we've had 5 different winners. And then, of course, the points. There's a separate prize for points, but the points will also be the tiebreaker if 2 people have the most amount of wins. And you won week number 4. And then you were also in first place overall point stand. So technically, DG, you are, you were in first place for points before this. So technically, you were in first place, having 1 win and the tiebreaker. You should have gave it to the first one. Spell it right. Bailey long time. Yeah, got fired, so I'm here tonight. Did you? Oh, that sucks, man. Seriously? Welcome to the club, Austin Bailey. Oh, damn. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you get hopefully your unemployment though is long and bountiful. Mine, from when I got laid off, the only times I already had an interview lined up for 2 days after I got laid off. So it's like, I kind of laughed, but I didn't get much time off. Failed drug test. I got fired on my day off. That would suck. I'm off work, but I am every winter. Oh, you're already done for the year, huh, Jason? Well, we'll have to get together and for stealing packages, stealing boxes. Yeah, back to Friday. We'll have to get together and work on some more YouTube stuff, possibly, Jason. Last question, number 12. For the winner, I think several people can win this with 2,000 points. This heavyweight, remember, these are all fighters that are fighting on the last 3 UFC events of the year. This heavyweight fighter's motto should be, if you don't finish, I guess you lose, since all 11 of his wins have come by knockout. I said, this fighter's motto should be, if you don't finish, I guess you lose, since all 11 of his wins have come by knockout. It is not Lewis. It is not Country. No. It is not Hunt. Hunt's won by decision. I believe Lewis has too. It is not Nagano. Remember, it's people fighting on in the last 3 cards of the year. No, not Nagano. It is not Tai Tuivasa. Although Tai Tuivasa, he's got to be close to 100% knockouts as well, but he just fought. It is not Kane. Remember, it's somebody fighting on the last 3 cards of the year, which is UFC 231, 232, and Fox Sports Fight Night, Lee versus Iaquinta. It is not Mark Hunt, not Big Pretty, not Sergey, not Olzemeyer. Somebody might have to look this up. I can't let this one go to a timer, though, because this could decide the entire week. Reem. It is not Reem. This man obviously is not undefeated, but so he's got 11 wins. What you can get from that. This heavyweight fighter's motto should be, if you don't finish, I guess you lose, since all 11 of his wins have come by knockout. It's not Junior Dos Santos. So it's somebody with only 11 wins, and all of them are by knockout. Dinosaur. It is not Dinosaur. Very, very close, comedic genius. It is not Black Beast or the Volkov. Or Mike Tyson. He was damn close. Or Deontay Wilder. Who, I don't care what anybody says. He may have lost on Saturday night, but I still think he's a great fighter. And he's got tremendous power. It is not Nogueira. All right, I'm going to give away some clues here as to what event it's on. So I have to actually look to see which one was on to make sure. He is fighting on... Walt Harris. Weiser won, got it. Right as I was looking away, Weiser gets it. And Weiser, long applause. That's going to be enough to win it. Let's add up the points here. So, Weiser, you got question number 2 for 1,000 points. Let's go through them again here. I'm going to go ahead and go to the screen capture for a second, and you guys can get a look at what I'm looking at. All right, Jason Azevedo had the first question for 800 points. Weiser's had the second one for 1,000. Geeky Sparkin with 1,000. Weiser's with 1,000 moved up to 2,000. Then Cuck Norris 1,200. Weiser's with a 1,200 there, went up to 3,200. Mario Yamasaki 1,500 on number 7. Comedic Genius had 1,500 on number 8. Pulse Resurrected, number 9 for 1,500. Mario Yamasaki I had number 11, or excuse me, number 10. I put these. How many did you have, Pulse Resurrected? I had changed the order on these ones before we started because one question was harder than another. But Pulse Resurrected got Affliction for 1,500 there. Unemployed Mara Yamasaki for 2,000. Weiser pulls it out at the last minute there for 2,000. I'm calling you, thought I right now. I'm calling Las Vegas Athletic Commission for sheathing right now. For cheating. Walt Disney. I like that. All right, so 2,000, so 5,200 points for Weiser, and it did come down to the last question. A lot of you got some points on the board. For the future, but a week number 6 winner is going to be Weiser with 6,200 points. And of course, the overall point standing will be updated, but you can see what it was before we started here. DG, you did have the lead, DG. You may still have the lead after this. No, Pulse Reloaded. I'll do some quick math. It looks like Pulse Reloaded will probably slightly go into first. All right, that is it. Weiser got it for another week and another winner. 6 weeks, 6 winners. This could really come down to the very last week. Next time we are doing trivia will be Saturday during UFC 231. Of course, I'll be doing a live fight companion for that. I got fired. Oh my God, sexually harassing my boss. I didn't think you get fired for sexually harassing your boss. I thought it was just for sexually harassing your employees. I thought bosses were okay because they were, then you're a subordinate. But you are a guy, so I think you just get fired for just about anything. He ratted me out. That SOB comedic. That SOB ratted you out. I can't believe it. All affairs start at work. Probably pretty much most of them, I would imagine. That's where people spend the most amount of time. So let's go to the crappy. I'm going to go to the crappy UFC site and decide what time we're going to start Saturdays. Fight companion, but it will be early. As soon as I can figure out how to just click on the damn event, I can give you a time. We should all be tweeting Dana and telling him how much we love this new site, by the way. Just trying to play grab ass as community. Oh, I thought that was just a warning. I thought grab ass was a warning, but I don't know. It's things change over the years. So of course the main event will start at 7, as always. But we're gonna get back in there easier than that. Dana, bring back Pretty Boy Sage. Oh, he's not coming back. He got paid over there in Singapore, and I think that's why Dana was just fine I'm imagining he probably found out what ONE FC was offering. I don't know if he was given a chance to match that or not, but obviously he wasn't in the running, and Sage got paid. That young man's going to get very rich over there in 1FC. Probably be one of the top contenders out of the gate. There are some decent fights on the undercard, which starts at 5 p.m. Pacific. So I'm going to go ahead and start at 4 p.m. Pacific. That way we can get our trivia done first, and then get into the main. So make sure you guys get it at 4 p.m. I will schedule it. I will make sure that it's up on the schedule to start at 4 p.m. on Saturday. Prelims. Claudia Gadelha is fighting. Eric Anders is fighting again. Let's put this up. I'm going to go ahead and put this up real quick as maybe the last thing before we go here. And for some reason, I cannot go to full screen. Wow, UFC, you really... F11 is supposed to be a full screen. Apparently not on the UFC site. Oh, I think I believe my computer just froze. That is strange. Oh, there it goes. But the event is off. There we go. That's why it wouldn't do anything there. So this is the prelims. Nothing really on the UFC Fight Pass prelims. Oh, Mike, I got a question for you. This is a real question. I predict Stefan Struve to be number 1 pound for pound next year. I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one. Yeah, it won't let me. That is strange. That's the only website I've ever seen that where if you hit F11, you can not get a full screen. So that's really strange. My wife ordered chicken balls from a Chinese restaurant. Oh my God, 700. What was the sponsor on Dennis Hallman's Speedo? That of the dude that fought in the bluish purple Speedo. I have no idea, man. Dennis Hallman, back in the way. What's that, honey? Nothing. What were you saying, Connor Depot? Like that, yeah. Mike, did you try the Canadian UFC? I forgot about that. What is it? Do you just have to go to turn my VPN to Canada and then go to UFC.com? Speedo or extend. I forgot about that. I'm gonna have to check that out. When I was doing my video, as you see up here, because I couldn't go full screen, I have a video dropping right after this for the promo on UFC 231. I'm going to drop it directly after the show. Extends. Oh, UFC.ca. I'm going to have to start using that one because this new one just absolutely sucks. I've gotten to where I need to be now, though, so I guess I'll go ahead and finish it off here, and then I'll definitely start going to that site or SureDog, because this one's just, I know graphically they did some things that look neat, but it's not functional. So you got Claudia Gadelha coming back against Nina Azarov. You got Elias Theodorou versus Eric Anders. Eric Anders coming back. Olivier Aubin-Mercier versus Gilbert Burns. That should be a pretty good fight. Decent prelims. Definitely not the greatest prelims ever. But the main event, that's where you got Kyle Bochniak. That guy's a tough son of a bitch, coming back against Hakeem Dawodu. And then Alex Oliveira, one of my favorite fighters, coming back against Gunnar Nelson. Jimmy Manoa versus Thiago Santos. Those guys are both like almost 100% knockouts. I don't see any way that can be a boring fight. Then, of course, Valentina Shevchenko and Joanna Jędrzejczyk fighting for the vacant women's flyweight title bout after the whole weight debacle with Nico Montano, and then blast Max Holloway defending his belt finally against T-City Brian Ortega. Valentina via murder. I will say one thing. I won't throw my predictions out because I want you guys to watch my video that I'm going to post here in a minute. You can put your predictions on there. One thing I did hear this week, though, is that Brian Ortega himself said as early, I'm pretty sure the interview was yesterday, that he does not know what's going on with Max Holloway. He says Max Holloway's been acting normal, but he worries about Max Holloway, whatever his situation. He said nobody knows what that situation was when he was getting all loopy, but it was brought on by a weight cut, and he hopes it doesn't happen again. And he went as far as to say, I'm ready to fight whoever they put out there, but I want it to be for the title. So he's not sure that Max is even going to show up. Will Max make weight? Max has never missed weight. Max almost cut down, he had such a quick weight cut that one time when they wanted him to fight on like a couple days' notice, and he almost made it, and they told him he had to stop cutting weight because it was too much. But he's never missed weight. I expect him to be able to make the weight. Hopefully, he's figured something out with cutting it a little, taking a little longer this time. But he just walks around at way too big to be featherweight. He walks around, I've heard he walks around at well over 200 pounds. He won't see officially what he weighs, but I've heard from other people that he walks around at over 200 pounds, which means he's cutting 55 pounds. That's ridiculous. That's over a quarter of your entire body weight. I mean, imagine, take a quarter of your body anywhere. That's like cutting your legs off. And what do you think your legs weigh? Maybe a quarter of what you weigh. That's absolutely crazy. Max hasn't made weight for 2 fights. Oh, I didn't realize that. Thank you, Wisers. That kind of makes sense. I mean, it could be as much as he struggled this last time with making weight. Well, are you counting the one on short notice? I don't count the one where they wouldn't let him keep cutting because he was going to come in as an alternate. I believe he was going to fight Khabib, and he couldn't even make it to 155. He was so far above 155 that they said it wasn't safe for him to cut down to fight in a weight class 10 pounds above where he normally fights. Used to be my guy to bet on, not betting on him this fight. Claudia could tell he's such a cutie. Who, Max? Max heavyweight. I thought Max weighed around 170, 180. I believe Rogan has said that before. Somebody I talked to that knows him and knows some people around him well says that he walks around, that he's been over 200 going into camps. So concussion-like symptoms, they were very bad, plus the Khabib mix. Yeah, it is what it is. Jason, for such tall guys, they are very tight. It's almost unbelievable because I am 5'3" and 175, and I'm not fat. Yeah, I'm amazed at how little weight, how some of these guys can be. And I've seen people, that are 5'11", 6 feet, and they're like 150 pounds. And they're very skinny. My brother's one of them. My brother's 6 feet tall, and he walks around at probably about 140 pounds, pretty much has his whole life. But he doesn't eat very much, hardly anything, not a healthy amount. I obviously don't have that problem, but I'm 6 feet tall, and geez, even it was hard when I was in shape. It was hard for me to stay under 175. When I was boxing, it was hard for me to weigh 175 as a full-grown man at 5'11", but everybody's got a different body type. UFC fighters over the years are getting taller for the weight classes. Yeah, I remember UFC lightweights used to be all 5'6". Now there are some at 6 feet. Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. I mean, for the average person to be 145 pounds, I can see that. But for as strong as these guys, for as much muscle that's on them, you can't be walk around weight 6 feet and be that strong and powerful. You're obviously cutting a pretty damn good amount of weight. Comedic geniuses, I'm 5'5", 269, and not fat. Oh, God. 6 feet, 224 pounds. That's soccer ball shape. What was Deontay Wilder height and weight last? Deontay Wilder was 6'7", and I guess he said he weighed in at 209. He was 212 at the weigh-in. He was actually 3 pounds lighter the night of the fight. He was 209. I think he thought that he was going to be quicker than Fury, and Fury was still faster. It's amazing. Tyson Fury absolutely amazes me. What he's able to do with the size that he's able to do it. I mean, he's... what he does, it looks like he's riding a unicycle. But very, very skillfully, very elegantly. It's a masterpiece for sure. Jason Awesome, they call me the boxing glove. All right, I think everybody's wanting to get ready for dinner, my family here. But like I said, I'm going to drop my UFC 231 prediction video. It's got the 4 fights on there for the main event. Well, I didn't do the 5th, the Kyle Bochniak, Hakeem Dawodu, but I did the top 4 on there. So be waiting for that, dropping here real soon. Jason, I think most lightweight UFC fighters are malnourished. I think so too. Until next time, as always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses later.